Hey everyone, welcome to the Checkered Chat. I'm Justin.
I'm Blake.
And I'm going to adjust my mic. Sorry if there's any loud noises or whatever. Yeah. Welcome.
We're still us.
We're still us. We're still here. Bills won this weekend. Woo!
Woo.
Go Bills.
The Falcons won by a miracle.
Yeah, somehow. And the Chiefs are still 0-2. And we had the Bristol Night Race this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're sad about the Chiefs right now. But,
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Also, UGA won.
Mm-hmm. I think it was
great.
something like all Georgia teams won this weekend.
Yeah, because Georgia Tech beat Clemson. Georgia won. About like Georgia State, Georgia Southern.
I want to say I saw something about that. Like
Probably.
maybe Georgia followers or something posted.
So then I'm assuming Atlanta United won, or did they even, or is it? Because when we were in Atlanta Saturday, there were a bunch of people in Atlanta United stuff. So
I guess they played. I guess they won, if that's the case. I don't know. I mean, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that we're not a football podcast, believe it or not, as I'm wearing a Bills jersey. We are a NASCAR podcast, so if you stumbled here by mistake, welcome. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you stick around and watch us blabber about cars going in a circle.
Yep.
Anyways, Bristol Night Race this weekend. Wow.
It was good.
It was really good.
And I think another thing that made it good, like I heard a clip of Dale Jr. talking about it on his podcast, was like each race brought you almost like a different era of Bristol racing.
Yeah, definitely.
Like there was, no matter what style of racing you've been a fan of over your lifetime, one of those races covered it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, just the amount of freaking tire wear in the Cup race was, I mean, I went back and watched the highlights
and
today.
You could just see it
yeah,
up top.
just sitting up top like that, just right up there near the wall, just so many freaking marbles. It was insane.
Yeah.
I mean, just stupid how many there were. Not stupid, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot, for sure.
We got what we asked for.
Yes. Nobody start complaining now, please, for the love of God.
I haven't seen any yet, but I'm sure there is, because no matter what happens, somebody's
going to complain. Somebody's going to say,
It was the best short track next gen race to date.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. But we've got some news.
We have a light news week.
Yeah, actually, it is a pretty light news. Did we talk about this first one last week? I thought we did.
Oh, did we? No, so this is, okay, so we talked last week about how they're going to go to, it sounds like even more, they're going to basically do away with the round and do the first round is 3 races, second round is 3 races, last round is 4 races.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. We did. We talked about that, but
okay.
not this part.
So now I'm assuming we're getting that because the new rumor floating is that rather than it being a championship 4, it's going to be a championship 6. So they're going to, I guess because they're losing a round, I guess they're changing how many people get cut in each round.
So that would mean you would have
16 to 12 to 6 would be my guess.
Yeah, I guess that last round, that's a lot of people to cut.
Yeah, I don't think I love a championship 6.
Yeah.
Because this is my thing. I still would like it to just be at least the chase format where the last 10 races all count. Like you're still gonna have eliminations, quote unquote, because people are mathematically gonna be eliminated.
Yeah.
But like you're not gonna have real cuts and it's everybody is racing points to the end, so it's not like you would have more people, okay, we don't have a race winning car. Let's just battle through it and get a top 5 and stack points.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like that aspect, and I think it would give you a more legitimate champ.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we're ever going to get a full season back.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The championship 6 feels weird.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's 4 races, 4 people makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's fine. I don't hate that. Because the thing now, I think 4 is right. but it's just gimmicky because if you're Bell and you blow a tire or a brake rotor or whatever it was and you go in the wall, you can't control that and your shot at a championship's over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so many things in one race, but if you kept it to 4 and had 4 races, I think that helps.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
But staying on the playoff side of things, Jeff Burton on Door Bumper Clear, I believe it was.
Yep.
Okay. He said that TV doesn't make these decisions, NASCAR makes these decisions on, who has the biggest say in playoff formats and whatnot. And he kind of like went in a little more detail and explained, like, in the meetings, yes, TV is present, but NASCAR is there. Drivers are there, like playoff committee people or whatever it's called are there. I do think that TV does have say in it. I could definitely see that. I mean, NASCAR obviously is going to have the final say in it.
Yeah.
But I think they're just trying to pin it on TV so we stay mad at TV.
Instead of,
but
that makes sense.
Because, like, when he said that, everybody was like, oh, so what we thought was the biggest obstacle to getting a year-long playoff back or, like, drastic changes isn't actually TV. It's just NASCAR not wanting to change it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think we're moving in the right direction if we do get a change next year.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I think this format ran its course.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because we had it in the Gen 6 car, and now, especially with the next gen, it's definitely just done and over with. I don't think it works for this car.
Yeah.
I don't think it really should work in general, but definitely not for this car.
Agreed.
So, other news, CR7 Motorsports, which is who Grant Enfinger races for, they're parting ways with his crew chief, Jeff Stankiewicz, I believe is how you pronounce that.
Stanky wigs.
Yeah, I don't know why I had a typo. Oops.
Yeah.
And then they're going to name Michael Shelton as interim crew chief starting at New Hampshire this weekend. And I believe he won a championship with like James Busher or somebody like in the early 2010s in the Truck Series. So, yeah, interesting. But I guess we'll see how that goes. But, I mean, like 2 races into the playoffs, you fire your crew chief?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. And then we did get 1 penalty out of the race weekend at Bristol, and that's a pair of Joe Gibbs Racing crew members have been suspended for 2 races following the safety violation during the Cup race at Bristol when the wheel detached from Denny Hamlin's car.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. I can already hear the Denny fans now. We only didn't win the championship because we lost 2 of our crew people.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, it's for 2 races, yes. I
mean, it's the bulk of that round.
Yeah.
And, like, you could definitely make the argument. We saw in the first round how much a pit crew can derail your playoffs.
Yep.
Alex Bowman.
Yep.
But I think just losing 2, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah. I agree.
Because honestly, they can just go to Riley Herbst or Ty Gibbs and be like, hey, y'all aren't in the playoffs. We're stealing 2 of your crew members.
I think they're going to go to Ty Gibbs, honestly.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
I mean, he's the only JGR not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So.
Literally, JGR swept the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then Ty Gibbs is just out there doing Nepo baby things.
Which, I mean, you did have him contending this weekend for a little bit.
Yeah,
but
well, every once in a while he wakes up and remembers that he's a race car driver.
I drive a race car. Yeah.
But also in the most Ty Gibbs fashion, he blew it.
Yeah, 100%.
So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the race weekend and start it off with the trucks.
Well, we'll loosely call this the weekend. This was on Thursday night.
The lead up to the weekend and the beginning of the weekend.
Yeah.
So started off early. Lap 1. Lane Riggs tries to make it 3 wide on Corey Day and spins out from 9th in turn 4. He kind of dove in. I don't think Corey Day was expecting him to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if you watch the race, you know by the end of it, it's all okay. But, like, lap 1, you don't need to do that early.
Yeah, no, it was definitely way too early to be doing all that 100%.
So then we go lap 18. Jake Garcia starts to reel in Corey Heim for the lead, which I thought was actually really interesting because Jake Garcia got the pole, if I remember correctly, for the truck race. He was at least on the front row, but I think he won the pole.
Yeah, I think yeah.
So he, it looked like a playoff saving run. Like, he honestly at one point had the truck to beat, I felt like.
Yeah. No, I mean, he definitely was up there. Sorry, y'all. My bad. Anyways, continue.
Lap 25, Chandler Smith running in fourth reports that his engine is starting to miss. Then we fast forward lap 32. Chandler Smith starts to plummet through the field because the issue, so basically his engine was cutting in and out. Like the power was going in and out. Mm-hmm. So then you fast forward lap 32, it gets worse. And I mean, you can tell on TV because you can see it come back and he go and then it die. Mm-hmm. And he's just
the whole back and forth.
Yeah, because it was almost like sometimes it would go down the straightaway and then he would go to the apron to get out of everybody's way and let everybody pass him and then just fall back up.
Yeah.
So
similar to earlier in the year with Heim.
Yeah, at Miami.
Yeah.
Except for this one ended up just ending his day.
I think that one with Heim, if it was earlier in the race, it would have ended his day.
Oh, yeah.
But either way, I digress.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So lap 47, after Lane Riggs' opening lap spin, he's made it all the way back up to 13th. So at this point, I think everybody kind of knew that, oh, crap, maybe we have to watch out for the 34 truck still. Lap 52, Chandler Smith comes back down pit road to change out the ECU. And then I think at this point, it was just game over.
Yeah.
Lap 57, Corey Heim starts getting slowed down by lap traffic, which allows Jake Garcia to finally complete the pass. Because if you watch the truck race, you could catch the leader. No issue. Now, getting around the leader, that was a completely different ballgame.
Yeah, he really lucked up with lap traffic there.
I think he played it smart too, because later, we'll get to it, but Lane Riggs and Corey Heim were battling for first for what felt like 25, 30 laps.
Yeah,
and Lane Riggs would make a half-inch improvement every lap, and then would fall back because Corey Heim would get a good run, and it just
just back and forth.
Yeah, because the high line was always going to get the momentum off, but the low line was going to get you closer.
Yeah.
So then we go lap 65. Jake Garcia wins stage 1, which is his first ever career stage win. And Lane Riggs makes it all the way back up to 9th, scoring points in stage 1 after spinning out on the first lap.
Yeah. Yeah, for him to work his way back up that quickly.
Yeah.
That was good.
And the other thing, too, is I forget how many sets of stickers they had. But they had the shortest race. They had the least amount of stickers laying in the pits. And so, lap 1, he has to take off the first, the set that you start the race on and put a brand new set of stickers on. So, I think he was down to 1 or 2 for the rest of the race. So, that was at a disadvantage. But you also had scuffs that you could check and make sure the spin didn't, you had something worst case scenario. So, then lap 82, Jake Garcia slows after reporting no power steering from 11th. Which was the beginning of the end for him, which kind of sucked because, he was having, honestly, a career day and what felt like his best shot at a win so far. Lap 90, Tyler Ankrum gets dumped by Caden Honeycutt entering turn 1, but somehow, I think he might have kissed the wall a little bit, but, no heavy wall contact, which,
nothing absolutely insane.
Yeah, which is wild The truck was looking down in the garage, tailgate to the wall.
Yeah, 100%.
Lap 92, Jake Garcia goes behind the wall with power steering issues. And then, here we go. Lane Riggs tries to pass Corey Heim for 30 laps, but can't clear him.
Yeah.
Which ended up, he couldn't pass him, so Corey Heim picks up stage 2, the win. That was lap 130. Lap 142 on the restart to begin stage 3, Cole Butcher stayed out while everyone else in the field pitted. And then he picked the bottom line instead of the top. And the top was preferred all weekend for restarts.
Yeah, I think they literally said, the announcers were this is just having never raced at Bristol.
Yeah. So he stacks up the entire bottom line, and it pushed Corey Heim from like 4th to I think like 8th.
Yeah.
Because the like 3 or 4 rows of the top were able to clear and get down.
Mm-hmm.
So then lap 174, at this point, Lane Riggs had pulled away and looked like your clear-cut winner. But Ben Rhodes was able to start closing in and challenge, but again, he could never get around him.
Yeah.
And Lane Riggs ends up being your winner. So then we'll go through your top 10. Ben Rhodes 2nd, Corey Heim 3rd, Ty Majeski 4th, Daniel Hemrick 5th, Tanner Gray 6th, Connor Mozak 7th, Andres Perez 8th, Corey LaJoy 9th. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
And Matt Crafton 10th.
Yeah, just a real quiet, decent day for Corey LaJoy.
And Andres Perez, too.
Yeah.
And, like, Ty Majeski, I kind of expected more out of.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because, like, he's supposed to be, like, the short track guy for his team, like Thor Sport, and he got outran by Ben Rhodes.
Yeah.
Not saying that Ben Rhodes isn't a good driver. He has a championship, but...
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we'll move on to Xfinity, which for once was not my favorite race of the weekend.
Yeah.
Because the Cup race actually put on good racing. I mean, the Xfinity race was really good, do not get me wrong, but...
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So after starting on the pole, this is the 10th straight Bristol Xfinity race in which Allgaier has led laps. I thought that was a pretty interesting fact. I mean, it also makes sense because how many years that he's won and ran Bristol, whether it be Cup or Xfinity. So then lap 11, Kyle Sieg spins down the front stretch after it was contact with Leland Honeyman that put him into Ryan Ellis. But it kind of looked like he thought he was clear, but Leland Honeyman was there, so he pinched himself up into the wall and then just spun. Lap 47, Sammy Smith, while running 12th, reports he feels like the motor is blowing up. And then lap 56, he begins to slow down on the track with as the issues have got worse. Where am I? Oh. And then he comes to pit road and is eventually pushed behind the wall and ends his day.
Yep.
Which really tanked any shot he had in the playoffs.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Big time. Lap 77, Corey Day spins in turn 2 after contact with Blaine Perkins, and then he was going to be fine until Stephen Parsons, which, I mean, you can't really pin it on him. It's just he happened to be the one to hit him.
Yeah.
But, like, Corey Heim could have held the brake better. Stephen Parsons could have been going slower, but also, like, I'm not jealous of making that decision to throttle up and go low or just let, like, especially on that small of a track, it's very hard to avoid a wreck.
I mean, look back at the Xfinity race at Bristol earlier this year.
Where Brennan Poole.
Yes, yeah, when he absolutely creamed Sheldon Creed.
Sheldon Creed hit him when he was... and it, knocked the rear end out.
Like, completely just obliterated.
One of the most destroyed Xfinity cars I've seen in recent memory.
Yeah, 100%.
So then, lap 85... So after the caution for Corey Day, Jesse Love stayed out and Harrison Burton stayed out, and there were a couple more. I think I can't remember 100%, but they stayed out on old tires because they were going to have like a 3 or 4 lap run to the end of the stage. So they were like, let's maximize points and try to just hold everybody off and get a stage win. Jesse Love almost did. He slid high on the last lap of the stage, which allowed Allgaier to get underneath, and then Zilich also. And so then Allgaier picks up the stage 1 win. Zilich finished 2nd, but Harrison Burton was able to finish 3rd and bring home points, which I feel like's kind of been their year at some point. It's just like, okay, we definitely don't have a race-winning car. Let's somehow play the strategy to maximize stage points.
Yeah.
And, like, he looks pretty decent on points right now.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, he's definitely a contender in the playoffs, for sure.
I could see round of 8 for him, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Which, I mean, isn't saying much when you think about it, because Xfinity starts round of 12, then round of 8, and then Final 4. But I think he'll make it out of the first round. I don't think he'll make it to the championship 4, but, like, crazier things have happened.
Very true.
And we'll fast forward to lap 100. Connor Zilich gets sideways on the front stretch. And, I mean, it made an insane save because I think it was Kligerman in the booth was like, you could literally see the side door number.
Yes.
Like he was
Yeah.
that sideways. And he only lost one spot to Sam Mayer, so falling from second to third.
Mm-hmm.
Which also just showed how on edge the Xfinity cars were because, like, coming off the turn, the car just got out from under him.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Mm-hmm. 100%. You definitely could read that side door, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lap 102, Sam Mayer clears Allgaier for the lead. And then lap 103, Zilich cleared Allgaier for second. Which, at one point, it felt like, oh, hey, Sam Mayer woke up and he's here.
Yeah.
And, like, he's probably going to win this.
Yeah, he definitely... That's the thing. There was no, like, clear-cut, like, absolute dominator in this race at all.
No, it was a lot of comers and goers because there were points where you're like, well, Allgaier has this. He's going to win. Oh, Zilich is there. He's going to win. Oh, look, Sam Mayer's up there.
Yeah.
And then later on, the eventual winner kind of came out of nowhere, it felt like, and
it
was
really
just
did.
dominant. Then we go lap 124. Harrison Burton was the biggest mover on the racetrack after making it up to 15th. Because I believe with the way everybody else pitted right before the end of the stage, so they all stayed out. So then he pitted and fell really far back.
Mm-hmm.
So he made it all the way back up to 15th by lap 124, which was pretty good. And then lap 158, Ryan Sieg comes down pit road from 4th with a vibration from a loose wheel, which to this point of the race, Ryan Sieg was like just top 5 all day.
It was a good day for him up until here.
And then at this point of the race, Sam Mayer has led 56 laps, which is more than any other race in his Xfinity Series career.
Wow.
Which I thought was interesting because he has like 4 or 5 wins, I believe, something like that. In lap 170, Zilich clears Sam Mayer off turn 4 to win stage 2. And I mean, it was like he was setting up the pass. And then for some reason, Mayer gave him the outside in turns 3 and 4. And Zilich was able just to ride the momentum to beat him by like half a car over the line.
Definitely. Missed opportunity there.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure afterwards he was like, why did I give him the top?
I should have not done that.
Okay, lap 179, Carson Quapfel had to come back down pit road under yellow to tighten a loose wheel from 7th, which, like, we'll get to it. I know he ended up having a decent day, but I really expected a lot more out of Carson Quapfel at Bristol, just because, like, he was like the short track guy for junior. Like, that was what he did before Xfinity. So overall, a pretty good day, but I kind of thought he might have speed to contend. I just didn't want to make that pick.
Yeah.
It probably was going to bite me. But
And it would have, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, either way. Lap 211, Daniel Dye spins off turn 2 from 17th and then is able to not get hit, not hit anybody, anything, just makes it down pit road, which, I mean, he got really close to some people coming back down.
Yeah. No, like, I mean, like, skin of his teeth.
Because was it, I want to say it was Alfredo for some reason, but I could be wrong. Because I know for sure there's one wreck where Alfredo, I don't know how, didn't get hit.
Oh, I'm getting this one mixed up with that one, yeah. When Alfredo, that deal, which was, when was that? That was...
I think that was a little later on.
Yeah, I'll save it for then.
So then on lap 266, all the lead lap cars pit except for Eric Almirola running second, Mayer in 4th, Quapfel in 5th, Allgaier 10th, Taylor Gray in 14th, and then also Jeb Burton, Austin Hill, and Anthony Alfredo. Connor Zilich is able to get off pit road first, followed by Brandon Jones and Shelton Creed. Lap 271, Almirola leads from the outside with Quapfel on the with Quapfel on the inside.
Words.
Yeah, words are tough.
Words are tough.
And Sam Mayer chose to not take the front row to get on the outside and just be behind Almirola, which I thought was interesting. Almirola does stumble off turn 4, but is able to clear for the lead by turn 1. And then that left Mayer and Quapfel to kind of battle it out for who was going to be second. Because for a second, I kind of thought, oh, this is the first restart of the quote-unquote weekend that the outside does not look like they're going to maintain the lead.
Yeah.
Which I would have been A-okay with because it was Almirola.
Yeah, you know.
And then Quapfel and Mayer make contact battling for second, which gives Sam Mayer a slight tire rub, and Quapfel is able to keep second. Lap 273, Jesse Love slows down from 16th with a flat tire, but he's able to make it to pit road without a caution. And then lap 275, a stack up starting in 5th with Sheldon Creed and Jeb Burton making contact. I think it was because this is when it was just a hornet's nest of like, here's lap cars, here's fast guys coming on tires, like everything. Creed was making 3 wide moves and going to the front because he was fast. I think he like clipped Jeb Burton coming off of turn either 2 or 4, I can't remember. But when they made that contact, Creed hooked Gray, I think. But like, I don't know how that didn't stack like 10 cars up.
Yeah.
Was like the huge takeaway from that one. Then lap 299, at this point, I thought, oh my God, how's this going to happen? Sheldon Creed's going to win.
Yeah.
Which, if it wasn't the playoffs, I think he would have won because Mayer wouldn't have held him up as long.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not the playoffs, Mayer's probably like, okay, I'm going to take a good day out of this. You go on, teammate, and you win. But because it's the playoffs, Sam Mayer needs every point he can get. He's going to hold you up a little longer. And, like, I think 2-3 laps even, if Creed could have got around earlier, he probably would have won. I mean, in turn 4 of the final lap, he made a dive bomb and almost got to him.
Yeah.
Which, at that point, I think it's fair game for Almirola if you wreck him.
Yeah.
He's done it already once this year to win a race.
Yeah. True. Very true.
Almirola does win.
Womp womp.
Literally. So, your top 10. Sheldon Creed in second, which let me pull something up because I took a screenshot of something to mention. This was his 15th career second place finish.
15. Wild.
He's making a record that I don't think anybody is ever going to touch.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He will be the best second place finisher of all time in Xfinity Series history. Sam Mayer does bring it home 3rd. Carson Kvapil 4th. Connor Zilic 5th. Allgaier 6th. Harrison Burton in 7th, which did everything he needed to do to have a solid points day.
Yeah.
Christian Eckes in 8th. Jeremy Clements in 9th. And then Brennan Poole in the top 10. So kind of 7 through 10 is, wow, really? You know, like, you know they can do it, but it's still like, it's really cool when they do because it's not a every week thing.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I mean, good day all around for those guys.
Yeah.
100%.
Which, before we get off the Xfinity Series, I want to take a quick look at their playoff standings.
Yeah.
Just because I can't remember. Let's see. So, as of now, the 4 out would be Nick Sanchez, Jesse Love, Austin Hill, and Sammy Smith.
Both RCR cars.
Yeah. Which, I mean, honestly.
Are we surprised?
Yeah. Especially Austin Hill. I mean, getting out of the first round was going to be a feat after getting suspended and losing all of your playoff points.
Yeah.
Jesse Love, it's kind of surprising, but kind of not, because the first 2 tracks I don't feel like really fit him.
Yeah.
Nick Sanchez, I think in all honesty, it was just that team was happy to make the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, and he's the first one out, so he has the best chance of making it. Sammy Smith's probably gone round 1. I think it's fair to say Smith and Hill are probably gone round 1.
Yeah.
And then Love and Sanchez have a shot. But Zilic is definitely through.
Oh, yeah.
Allgaier's definitely through. Mayer probably. I mean, like, Mayer through Taylor Gray probably.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out. Because they won't be racing in New Hampshire.
Yeah. New Hampshire's just trucks and cup.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a pause?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't have to use the bathroom or anything. Just want to pause real quick.
Which is good because I just realized I never made a truck pick.
Nice.
Also may have not picked a least favorite paint scheme.
I think you had 2 on there right now. Something like that.
Okay, yeah, I did. Wow, your favorite is shocking.
Yeah, the Grillos one, I'm not the biggest fan of. Like, it's okay. It's just not as good as I want it to be, unfortunately.
Good when you
All right, ready to roll?
Yep.
And on to the Cup Series. So, you had AJ Allmendinger on the pole.
Which, it was his first pole since 2015.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And this is the 3rd straight race where the pole winner in the Cup Series was over the age of 43.
Shout out to the old guys.
Because Denny won the first 2 poles in the playoffs.
Wow.
Old man Dennis.
Old man Dennis. Yeah. I mean, what other old guy's going to do it? Because Kyle Busch is
fighting for his life.
28th
every
RCR,
week.
trying not to spin out every 5 seconds. I was amazed that he didn't have any issues really this week, but still managed to run like doo-doo.
Yeah. I mean, he had a very quiet weekend, which is honestly at this point
for him, thank God. Because that's what we need.
He didn't wreck on his own, and he didn't wreck anybody. So we made it. We're marked safe from Kyle Busch.
Yeah, marked safe from RCR at this point.
Mind you, Kyle Busch is the only person in NASCAR history to do 2 full a weekend sweep in general, but 2 full weekend sweeps, both at Bristol.
Yeah,
and now has to fight for his life to be on the lead lap at Bristol.
100%.
Some of it's age, most of it's the car.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's exactly what it is.
Free my man.
Yeah, please do. For the love of God. Anyways, so basically the first thing that goes on here is like lap 24. Gibbs ends up taking the lead from AJ Allmendinger. Because Allmendinger is starting to report a front right tire issue, and this is just kind of the start of, oh no.
Yeah, I think this is probably the moment that everybody on pit road's like, oh my God, 24 laps into a run and our right sides are gone? What is this?
What's going on? Yeah, so it was like tire wear, all race long.
And like Denny on his podcast, he said like driving the car, he looked up the hill and saw all the marbles and all the rubber and was like, oh, so it's going to be one of those.
Yeah. Lap 76, Josh Berry starts his car, you can see it, is on fire.
Because, so like every time any car pitted, the right front brake caught on fire.
Yeah.
But he had rubber buildup in like the rocker panel near the exhaust, and it all went ablaze.
Yes. So much to the point that he could not see, had to pit basically outside of his pit box and get yoinked out of his car. I mean, it was, that thing was straight up on fire. So this ends up bringing out a caution where, for them to clean up pit road, basically, and put out the car fire that was going on, and haul his car off. And then we see a similar thing later on. I cannot remember if I put it in here, actually, and I think I did. I don't know, but similar thing happens to Austin Cindric, but not as bad, I guess, because Cindric just stayed in the car, and they put it out, and it was fine.
Like, I'll get more to that. We'll save that.
Yeah. But interesting that it happened to Penske cars and not someone else. Yeah. So lap 100, Bowman spins out from 20th in turn 2 after contact with Riley Herbst. Yeah. Sayonara Bowman in the playoffs, unfortunately.
Shout out the pit crew.
Woohoo.
Which,
to be fair, after this, he was still in contention for a good bit.
Yeah, and like at the end, it kind of felt like he could win.
Yeah.
Until unfortunate circumstances happen.
He did not, unfortunately. No. So, where are we? Okay, so the next thing I have is, once again, if Zane Smith was in a better car, he would be in the playoffs.
There's a shot at it.
No, 100%. Yeah. Like, I mean,
because he, every now and then, like, drives that car to the literal max and is the only person at front row that looks competent.
Yeah.
And like,
you know what? I'm getting him. My bad. I'm getting him mixed up with.
Are you talking about Nemechek? Is that who you meant to say?
Yeah, that's who I meant. Yeah. But still.
Either way,
Zane Smith occasionally,
fits.
Yes, is. You know,
Nemechek, if he was in a 2311 car, would be in the playoffs and probably be in the round of 12 right now, the way he's been running.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Zane Smith, if you put him in a better car, the way he looks some weekends could probably make the playoffs.
Yeah. For some reason, when I made the notes, I could not remember who we had said that about before, but...
Off topic, but because you said Zane Smith, did you see the clip of him on Stacking Pennies where Corey was, like, talking about the Carson Hocevar, like...
I did not see this.
So, he was asking him about having like on-track beef with Hocevar and like, is it more frustrating because Hocevar literally could not give a crap?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh yeah, 100%. Like, I haven't even went to talk to him because what's the point? You're not going to get anything out of it. Corey was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then Zane said, like, honestly, he's the kind of guy that I would like to just go up to and punch in the face after the race, but that's $75,000 that I don't want to spend.
Wow. Interesting, you know?
Pay to see that.
Yeah. No,
Please stop finding people for fighting after the race, for the love of God.
Just let them get, like, 2 or 3 hockey rules. Get a few punches in, and then if it hits the ground, you're done.
Yeah. I mean, because let's be 100% honest. There's that one bald black guy that's a security guy in NASCAR that
he's
gets there
every single fight.
Ruins every fight anyway.
Yeah. Most hated, for sure.
Great at his job.
Great at his job, yes.
Too good at his job.
Too good, yeah. You need to calm down.
Because, like, when Chastain punched Gragson in the face, I truly, wholeheartedly believe if he didn't get in the middle of that, Gragson was probably about to knock Chastain on his ass.
100%. I agree. So, the end of stage 1, you have Blaney and Ty Gibbs battling it out.
Feels so weird.
Feels really odd to say. But Blaney ends up winning stage 1. God.
Better than Gibbs by a mile.
Yeah, 100%. But getting into stage 2 on lap 147, Stenhouse, Jones, and McDowell have separate spins
on the same lap. Tire wear.
Yeah, that's the only like
somewhat logical explanation.
Yeah, like 100%. It really, 100%. Then you have lap 238, Mr. 4 wins, SVG, nothing against SVG. Spins from 33rd in turn 3. You waiting to say something?
First round exit.
Yes, we will get to that. Don't worry. There's a section for playoff standings, but we know who's exiting.
Sayonara SVG.
Yeah, Sayonara
I also
SVG.
would like to put in here, I do like SVG.
Yes.
But I think everybody knew that it was going to be a first round exit, and the people that said it wasn't were smoking on that good stuff.
Hey, Blake, one can dream.
Yeah.
You know? No, I mean, that's true. I mean, I don't know. I just thought maybe he had enough points to
I just knew
ride
the,
it, but
the first 3 races were so tough.
Yeah.
That it would have been wildly impressive if he made it out of the first round.
Yeah. But I mean,
just based off of limited oval experience, 2 of the hardest ovals on the circuit in Darlington and Bristol, especially when Bristol is this Bristol of tire fall off. And then Gateway is just such a weird track.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I understand. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
He did better than Josh Berry, though.
Yes, but also I just feel like Josh Berry just had the absolute toughest luck.
Yeah.
Which
I feel like that was his year. He got the one win, and then in total Penske form, took a nap until the playoffs, and
100%
didn't wake up in time.
Yeah.
Still hasn't woke up.
Yeah. No, he's his car's on fire, and he's having to be dragged out.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. So stage 2, Ty Gibbs wins. Woohoo. Then we start stage 2 at lap 269. SVG spins again.
Really just going out in style.
Insulting it to injury. You know, go big or go home, I guess, or whatever. Then lap 281, you have Custer spinning after contact with Ty Dillon in turn 1. Lap 294, Gragson spins from 30th after contact with Gilliland.
So 1, you have battle of the mid, and 2, you have battle of the teammates, and also, honestly, battle of the mid again.
Yes, yeah. Now, this is one that I'm interested to hear your thoughts on, because I don't think that we've really talked about it. Lap 311, Chase Elliott tries to use a gap that is basically almost non-existent, sort of. It was closing, obviously.
Yeah.
Quickly. And Nemechek just basically ends up sending him into the wall. I think if this was if this wasn't like a tire wear race and that happened,
he was fine.
But because it was a tire wear race, that's what made him go up into the wall.
Yeah. So my honest, not even like full bias Chase Elliott fan opinions are the gap was there.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be tight. it also didn't help how deep Nemechek drove in.
True.
Because in Nemechek's eyes, I need to keep diving in deep and not letting and not allow Chase to get down, because if I can do that a couple more laps, I'll gain a spot. I'll also hang Chase out and he'll lose more. That's a win-win.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then Denny Hamlin also overdrove the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Did he play a huge role in it? No. But I also do think that there's a world that it doesn't end Chase's day if Denny doesn't get into the... Because the 42 hit the 9 before the 11 hit the 42. That's what I saw. So in completely, there's some bias, obviously, but like, in all honesty, Chase fan, no Chase fan, whatever. There was a gap. The 42 kind of had to overdrive. Maybe not as much as he was, but like, the gap was there to get down. It was tight. It could have happened. The 42 wasn't really trying to allow it to happen. I don't think he meant, obviously, for that to happen.
Yeah.
But that contact was already going to spin or at least just move Chase up out of the way. The 11 getting into the 42 didn't help. It wasn't exactly like the 42 radio said with the whole, we got ran over from the back and that's what happened. It kind of just was what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, at first I was like, okay, well, can't wait to avoid Twitter and TikTok, everything for the next couple of days, because Chase is going to be a first-round exit, and I'll never hear the end of it. Which, let's be 110% honest with ourselves, if he was a first-round exit, I think that just screams the playoffs need to be fixed.
Yeah.
Whether you like him or not.
Yeah.
But his post-wreck interview was funny, where he was like, I mean, we're done, right? And they're like,
yeah.
No.
No.
He's like, really?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, you're still alive. He's like, huh.
Oh.
Okay, well, I guess I will watch the rest of it.
So lap 354, you have Ricky Stenhouse spinning once again. I mean, tire wear. What you gonna do? Blake, you want to take the next one?
Yeah. So lap 364, Kyle Larson slows and spins into the inside wall between 1 and 2 after suffering a broken toe link following contact with Suarez while they were battling for 25th. It looked like, was that just kind of Larson thought he could slide in behind or slide in front of Suarez and they like just banged doors and that broke the toe link?
Yeah, because I mean, Larson trying to get to pit road was tough to watch.
Yeah. Also, I feel like, again, with the timing in which you did throw the caution, it did not need to be a caution anymore.
Yeah, no, because I mean, he was at the entrance. He was stopped, and then he gets it going, and he basically just, like, swings a huge circle.
Yeah.
And then just goes straight into pit road.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then Denny also slows on the track after going high and brushing the wall. Really got in the marbles trying to avoid a wreck. And yeah, so lap 384, caution for AJ Allmendinger and Denny Hamlin. Making contact after Denny has a right front wheel failure entering turn 3, and they were battling for 20th. Which, just absolutely love to see Denny fighting for his life in 20th.
Mm-hmm.
They both go in the wall, and William Byron gets into the back of Denny. Denny does, like, 110% officially lose the right front, and that's where the suspension came from. I did think it was interesting, just in the waiting, to see if it was going to be a penalty or not. Or were they going to deem it that the incident broke the wheel off, or the wheel already wasn't tightened right? Which I think the way that, going back and watching that it happened, I think they made the right call, because I think that wreck wouldn't have happened if the wheel was all the way on.
Yeah.
But
either way.
And then we go 100 laps without incident. Lap 488. Brad Keselowski bumps Cole Custer, who then bumps Bubba, causing Bubba to hit the wall in turn 3 while running 22nd. So at this point, this is when you were like, okay, Brad's out on very old tires.
Yeah.
He's managing his tires to the best of his ability, and he's running slow. He's going to get caught. Will he get past? Is he saving tires for when they get to him? Because Bowman or Hocevar was going to get around him and win that race. Probably Hocevar, but I think with season on the line, if Bowman was able to get to Hocevar was in the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, not like maliciously, but I think like Hocevar was going to get used up. So then when this caution came out, at this point, Bowman's out of tires. Hocevar's out of tires. Zane's out of tires. And then you have the people that had tires. So it was really interesting because I think it was only like the top 10 really were like lead lap or in any sort of contention at that point. Because front row was Hocevar and Zane Smith. And Bell was on row 2. So it was like Hocevar outside, Smith inside, Bowman in third, and then Bell was the first one on tires. Well, it's hard to restart on the old tires, obviously, as we saw. Hocevar didn't get the best restart. Zane Smith didn't either. But then Bell just shoots it 3 wide and ships them both up the track.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get around them very quickly and easily at some point. You don't need to ship them both up the track.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And then this was literally the biggest takeaway I had from the race. On lap 499, Keselowski tries to pull your typical short track bump and run. I'm going to hit the crap out of you, and I'm going to send you up the track, and I'm going to run underneath, get around, and I'm going to win the race. He hit him so hard that I thought there was no way that Bell wasn't going to wreck.
Yeah.
All it did was push Bell forward faster, and he won. Like any other generation of NASCAR, I think even Brad's car is screwed.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was hard. That's for sure.
And, like, nothing.
Thanks, Next Gen.
Oh, like, Brad moving Bell out of the way for a win at Bristol, like, would have fed families, as the kids say. That would have been so good. Because, Bell would have got out of the car and whined and cried. And
typical Bell fashion.
A non-playoff driver moved me out of the way for a win. We need to take them off the track.
Yeah, typical. But Christopher Bell wins this race. Boo. And your top 10, you had Christopher Bell winning, Brad Keselowski, Zane Smith, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Corey Heim in 6th.
The best 2311 car.
Yeah,
by a mile.
That's happened more than once this season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Carson Hocevar, Alex Bowman, Chase Briscoe,
Ty Gibbs,
and Ty Gibbs. Why did the 10th place not get put in there? I don't know. Either way, whatever.
Somehow, by the grace of God, Ty Gibbs made it back to 10th.
Yep. So after this race, you guys know this was a cutoff race for the playoffs. So you had Josh Berry, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, and SVG, all first-round exits. Right now, your playoff standings, I should have put this in, and I didn't, so I'm going to pull it up.
Also, an interesting tidbit while you find that, Josh Berry's playoff run ended with 3 straight last-place finishes.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, like, there's being bad on your own, and then there's horrible luck.
Yeah,
like,
that was just horrible
being bad on
luck.
your own doesn't get you 3 straight, 38, 39, 40, however many cars entered, whatever.
So, the interesting thing with this, we have our points resetting and everything. So, you're 12. You got Denny Hamlin at plus 26. You have Byron at plus 24 and Larson at plus 24. You have Christopher Bell at plus 20. You have Blaney at plus 19. And, I mean, that's a 7-point gap from first to fifth right there.
Yeah.
And then you start to get to a little bit more of a gap. Briscoe at plus 10. Chase Elliott plus 5. Bubba Wallace at plus 1. So, really, like, from 8th to 12th, I think is the most interesting because everybody is literally within a 3-point span.
Like everybody has to be on their A game.
Yeah, 100%. Because one bad race, I feel like in this round last year I don't feel like it was this close, at least from what I remember.
Yeah. Well, and like the thing too with Briscoe, like that's wild, and it just shows how you won the first race, but he won the first race and had a solid second race. And an okay third race, but just because where he finished the year, he doesn't have that much of a cushion. Yeah.
So Cindric is -1, Logano's -2, along with Chastain, and then Reddick's -3. So it's gonna be an interesting round of 12. I'm excited about it because I mean, your races you've got in there, you have New Hampshire, Kansas, and then the Roval.
Yeah.
So
ideally, me personally, I would like, let's throw this in there. The 4 that you would like to see get bounced this round.
Let me pull the standings back up.
And I'm going to make mine realistic because obviously, yes, I'd like to see Denny get bounced this round.
That's not happening.
But that's not happening.
I would say, okay, I'm not going to say but like to see, but who I really think it's going to be.
Okay, yeah, let's do it that was probably going to be a little mean who we'd like to see leave.
Because, I mean, I'd like to see a lot of them, but, either way. So I think this round, I want to say, I'm going to say Ross, Bubba, Chase, and Joey. Because when you think about last season, when it comes to Joey, he was out after the Roval. But because Bowman got DQ'd, he made it.
I think this might be shocking to you. This might be shocking to everyone. I think we see both 2311 cars get bounced this round. I think Bubba and Reddick are gone. And I think we see 2 out of the 3 Penske cars get bounced, and I think Cindric and Logano are gone.
Okay.
Because
I could see it for sure.
Chastain Chastain at Kansas.
That's true. You have a point there.
That is his saving grace. And then also, I feel like he runs good on road courses, so he could have a good Roval. I think he will have a good Kansas. I don't know, obviously, if he's going to win again. Yeah. But I could see that. Yeah. And then New Hampshire, I feel like he'll probably survive and have a good day. So, like, being that close in points, I think he has a good shot.
I could see that. I get what you're saying.
Bubba's just been hot or cold this year where, like, he either runs really good or he's going to have pit crew mistakes, he's going to have mistakes, or whatever the case may be, and it's 1 point difference. Hendrick's best shot is the Roval.
Yeah. No,
Logano's best shot is the horseshoe that stuck up his butt.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're literally,
yeah.
I mean, but I can see a world in where Chase gets bounced for sure. Actually, both Chases get bounced. I could see a world in which they both get bounced easily. Yeah. I think Blaney's probably safe, but like I could see Chase Briscoe, Chase Elliott, and Bubba, who are the last 3 above the cut line, missing. Like, that could happen. I think, and this is probably just the Chase Elliott fan in me, but I think that, like, after being so close to getting cut at Bristol, there's no way that they don't go out there a little more inspired, a little more fire under them. Yeah. And just put on a performance.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because, like, Kansas feels like a track he could go out there and do really good on.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean,
the Roval, he might finally figure out how to race a next-gen car around a road course and win.
Yeah. Or half a road course.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not going to get into the playoff race for Charlotte. It needs to be the oval.
I like the Roval, don't get me wrong, but like the oval race is so good, I just feel like it's wrong.
I think if you gave us a few years off with the Roval and then started doing every other year, I think that'd be good. Yeah. Because the Roval's not atrocious by any means, but
I think it puts on good racing.
Yeah. I mean, you had last year where Bowman goes airborne. Yeah. Off of that last turn, and then, loses 5 pounds of nuts and bolts and then doesn't make weight.
Yeah. The other thing with Bristol I found so interesting. So you remember after Gateway how everybody was like, oh my God, Trackhouse is cheating?
Oh, yeah, them going through the grass.
Yeah. Well, also Logano went through the grass. Like, there were other drivers that did. But if you watched I watched the in-car of, like, I think it was Corey Heim in the cooldown. Every car is parade lapping the track through the marbles trying to pick up all the rubber they can. Yeah. Which, again, no one's cheating. It literally is just those tires wore so much that I feel like everybody was like, oh, God, we have to try to pick up weight just in case, because you can lose a decent bit of weight
just off of tire.
Of really worn tire. Yeah.
Now, that was interesting for sure.
I mean, it's just a thing that they do every week, but, like, the Trackhouse made a little too big of an effort. Yeah. And Joey.
Yeah. For sure. But I think that wraps up Bristol Night Race. Yep. You good?
Yeah. Okay. My headphone wire got tucked between my shoes.
Oh, gotcha.
I felt like I was getting yanked down.
Oh, getting yoinked. Yoinked. All right. So after Blake getting yoinked over here, we are on to New Hampshire. It's going to be a fun weekend.
JGR
weekend, probably.
Definitely.
I said probably because, I didn't pick a JGR car to win.
But that's fair.
Either way. But you guys know every week we talk about some paint schemes. We love looking at cool cars. It's freaking awesome. But we're going to start with least favorites because we have the same favorite. So, Blake, least favorite for this week. Kick us off.
I'm going to dunk on this one again. Seabell's ream scheme.
Yep, the ream scheme.
That car is so bad.
So bad. It sucks.
And I mean, it literally one small change could make it 10 times better. It would not be great, but if you fill that huge, ugly void in the rear of the car where there is nothing, put a sponsor there.
Yeah.
Put Ream in big letters. Put DeWalt. Something.
Yeah.
Like, it gets better. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so blank. It looks like you wrecked the original car and ran out of stickers and just threw this together.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with that. My least favorite this week is Noah Gregson's, I can't even remember what the freaking
Farm Rich mozzarella sticks.
Rich mozzarella sticks. Look, I am no stranger to some mozzarella sticks, but this car just does not look very good to me. I don't know.
Hate it.
I don't know what the deal is with it. It just is not.
I don't hate it.
I mean, you got to pick a least favorite at least.
Yeah,
but
I literally think your thing is just the like realistic picture of like the box.
yeah, like I just don't like the realistic pictures on cars. I feel like that's why Brad Keselowski gets picked for least favorite a lot. You know, with that stuff, you got all the RFK cars will have something that's like, I'm like, I don't like that. That's weird.
Yeah.
Or they're absolutely awesome. And you get to our favorite for this week, Brad Keselowski's Build Submarines and Boston Red Sox. Look, I'm not a Red Sox fan, and neither are you. We're both Braves fans.
I'm just a baseball fan.
Yes, this is a cool looking car. I mean, like, the number being inside the baseball, this thing looks super cool.
They even, like, they put Brad... they made him like a baseball card as part of the like lead into this.
Yeah.
The other thing that just I really like it makes a lot of sense is everybody kind of forgets RFK, Roush, Fenway, Keselowski.
Yeah.
Fenway in the ownership group of RFK also is in the ownership group of the Red Sox. They play at Fenway Park.
Yeah.
So like hey guys, we're still here and here's this sweet car.
Yeah.
Great.
That car looks dope. Definitely my favorite for the weekend. Honorable mention to Todd Gilliland's Grillo's Pickles car because I like that one. But it's my least favorite Grillo's one that's happened thus far. Anyways, on to our past next gen winners. 2022. Granted, we have only done one race each year here.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure that I got all that right.
Yeah.
Anyways, so 2022 you had Christopher Bell. 2023 you had Ryan Truex. Not Ryan Truex. Good Lord. My bad. Martin Truex Jr. Sorry, I just wrote Truex on there, and that's what screwed me up. Christopher Bell. My bad. Y'all, it's been a day.
Cup champion Ryan Truex.
Yeah. And then Christopher Bell. So you have a JGR owning this track 100%. Why on God's green earth am I not going with a JGR car, but I'm not going to. So, on to our picks. Blake, who you got on trucks?
I'm going to pick Christian Eckes. So we've talked about, when we talk about Corey Haim's domination of the truck series this year, how it's better than Eckes' complete domination last year of the truck series. I just feel like he's kind of had a meh year in Xfinity, so he's going to go down and take out all this frustration on the truck field and just dominate.
I could see that. I went with Corey Haim because I'm boring. And I have a button it's like the lizard button, but it just says Haim.
Oh, speaking of that, did you see what I commented back to somebody on our TikTok?
No, I did not.
So for the Bristol race picks, they were like, wow, Justin here picking the obvious. And then somebody said, well, they both are. And I said, do you guys want us to pick people that we don't think are going to win?
Yeah, no. I mean, that's the thing. This is picking who you want to win, not just picking. We don't pick someone and then we can't pick them again, you know.
Also, I mean, if people would like to give us feedback,
maybe
whether it be on here or there, do you want us to do like a underdog pick every week?
Yeah. I think next year we could change it to do it like the way that DVC does. Like regular season, you can only pick someone once, and once you picked them, they're off your list.
Okay.
And then you go, and whoever finishes the highest is the person that wins between the two of us. But then it resets for the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah,
we could do that.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
But we're gonna keep it the way it is for now. Sorry, y'all should have complained a little earlier than
the playoffs,
the round of 12. Yeah. Anyways, but who you got in the Cup race?
Chase Briscoe.
After you said that, well, you didn't say it. You said
I said there's a world.
Yeah,
like,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're
saying. My thought process behind it. Number one, JGR's won all 3 races in the next gen era there. Number 2, Truex won one of them with a 19 car, so they have that set up still.
Mm-hmm.
They can put that in. 3, Briscoe ran second last year in a Stewart-Haas car here.
True.
So if you can wheel a Stewart-Haas car to second, and then you're going to go get in the team car that's won all 3 of these races, I have a good feeling about that.
Yeah. No, I totally get that for sure.
Also, he had a really good first round like we talked about, and then now he's back towards the cut line again. So, like, it feels like, let's go out week 1 and dominate and lock into the next.
Yeah. I went with none other than my boy, Ryan Blaney.
Penske Magic.
Let's go. It's the playoffs. Time to wake up and go crazy.
Maybe we'll see rain like we did last year, and they'll have to race on rain tires.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That was last year, right? That wasn't the year before?
Yeah, I think it was last year.
Okay. That was insane.
But yeah, no, I went with Blaney. As I am pointing to his car sitting right here.
Justin's Pookie Ryan Blaney.
I love Ryan Blaney. He's my boy.
If Justin wins the championship, he'll get a Ryan Blaney tattoo on his arm.
No, I won't. I will not. I have a lot of tattoos, but I will, and I have a very let's just say I have a very low standard of what I put on my body because I have a lot of tattoos that have absolutely zero meaning. I'm just like, that looks cool, you know.
Yeah.
But Mal would absolutely freaking kill me if I did that, and I'm not going to. I have talked to her about getting some kind of NASCAR tattoo because I've seen people who do like just like lines of the colors for the logo.
Yeah.
And I've talked to her about doing that. Like,
I just thought I'd throw that in there and see what your
see what my reaction would be. Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. Sorry, guys. No matter how many likes it would get, but you know,
if Ryan Blaney wins 7 championships, Justin will get a Ryan Blaney tattoo.
Yeah, I'll say that if he ties the most of all time, which is 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with this playoff format, highly improbable.
Yeah, no. Anyways, is that everything for this week? As I ask, as Blake is drinking water once again.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. How do we end this? I don't know. Oh, yeah. I'm Justin.
I'm Blake.
And this has been the train wreck of an episode. This has been the Checkered Chat. Thank you guys for listening. You guys can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Like and subscribe, all that good junk on YouTube and on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. You can't forget about it. Audible. Yes. Yeah. All those places, all the places you get your podcast, that's where we are. Anyways, we will see you guys next week. Bye.